Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Triforce Mailbag. I am Imperial Flax, and I am joined today by Lewis Brindley of the Yogscast.
Hi.
And Sips of the Yogscast.
Hi.
Are we ready to get crack straight into it with another jingle?
I'm ready.
Crack me up.
I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
This is from Dale. You may remember me from such emails as, the Isle of Wight is full of pedophiles. I hope you're all doing well. Thought I'd give a jingle a go. It's he did this on his phone, so
Thanks,
it's
Dale.
a little bit of reverb. It's a minute long, but I think it's not bad.
Okay.
And we'll listen to it. You ready? In 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh,
nice.
I like it. I like it already.
Nice chord change there.
Nice chord. Yeah, nice chord progression. Very nice.
Very nice.
It's the mailbag, the Triforce Mailbag, and it's here once again. So gather your friends and listen to the Triforce Mailbag.
It sounds like a 90s song.
Sounds like Belle and Sebastian.
Like an early 90s kind of, yeah, Belle and Sebastian or something, yeah.
So gather around and listen to the Triforce Mailbag. The Triforce Mailbag. And it's here once again. So gather your friends and listen to the Triforce Mailbag.
Mailbag. The tune
Thanks,
sounds
Dale.
a little familiar, actually. Like, it's like maybe not exactly, but like you can almost like, you know, like you could do this with hip hop sometimes too. You can kind of take you can take a track and then you can put like a freestyle over it, or you could take like the lyrical part of one track and then put it on top of like a different track, like a different beat or whatever. I feel like we just listened to like something like that. Like the song sounds familiar, but then obviously the lyrics and stuff were totally unique.
I'm just loads of emotions, obviously. Thank you,
I've
Dale.
got like rivers of tears coming out of my eyes right now.
Making on your phone, that
Yeah.
is just
Very lo-fi classic.
It felt very personal, you know? It felt like we were in the room with you, Dale.
Well, it's because Dale's stuck on the Isle of Wight. He's got nothing else to do.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's hunting pedophiles. Or
He's hunting them.
or
He's
reporting on them. At least. He hasn't imprisoned anyone that we know of yet.
He could be. Or he is himself a pedophile currently sentenced to 20 years on the
I
Isle
hope
of Wight.
that's not the case.
I don't want to speculate.
I really hope that's not. Dale, if you're sending songs from jail because you're in there, because you're a pedophile, stop making contact.
Please stop emailing us.
Stop making contact with us if that's the case.
If that's
I would
Dale from
watch
jail, we don't want to know.
I would watch a BBC TV show like Dexter style with a guy from the Isle of Wight hunting down pedos and killing
What
them.
would it be called?
Well, I think Bergerac is kind of like that.
I don't think he hunted nonces. He just solved crimes.
I'm sure there was one or two nonces in there, though. There would have had to have been.
I'm tempted to Google Bergerac and pedophile.
Yeah, go on. See. I'm glad that's going to be in your search history. The CIA will
Bergerac
come knocking
pedophile.
at your door. This is a
there's
crossover that cannot exist. Mr. Forsyth, you coming with me. We're cuff 'em, boys.
Nope. It says Bergerac reboot.
Yeah, there has been a Bergerac reboot. Have you not heard of this?
Yeah, but
They're filming season 2 now.
10
Congrats.
years it ran. I forgot
Yeah.
Bergerac was set in Jersey. My parents watched Bergerac every night when I was growing up. Yeah.
Was it incredible for you when you came to Jersey for the first time and you were like,
Well,
damn.
I mean, I say when I was growing up, I think I was about 8 by the time.
It would have been once a week.
I don't think I ever watched
That's
it.
where Jimbo's bedsit was that he lived in when he was fighting crime all the time. He would only just go back to sleep, though. He was so busy fighting crime. It's a bit like Midsummer Murders.
Same actor as well.
You can't possibly imagine that so many murders occur in a town of 200 people. But they do, and he's busy. And it's the same in Jersey. Very low crime, but you know, I guess the cameras are just rolling for when the crimes actually do occur. But you could be fooled into thinking, hang on, there's like nonstop crime over here.
Instead of hunting for like tax evasion, is he hunting for people that are actually paying taxes and arresting them? Because it's obviously against the code of Jersey.
The code of Jersey, yeah.
The principles of Jersey. He's paying his taxes. Get him.
He's not doing it right. Yeah.
All right, this is from Mr. Jefferson Colson. That's the email. I am seeking the mature advice from you and your compatriots for a problem that I am facing. However, I must first scold you. In your most recent mailbag episode, number 59, this email's from August, yourself and of all people, Lewis, were attempting to think of famous left-handed people, and nobody mentioned Chris Trott. I had no idea he was left-handed myself.
I didn't know that Chris Trott was left-handed either.
As for my issue, I am at my wit's end regarding people telling me how hot my mum is.
Wow.
I grew up in the era of people saying, I'd bang your mum, mate, so I'm used to that. My issue comes in when people who haven't met my mum get that glazed look and afterwards genuinely rant about how hot my mum is.
Right.
And how lucky I am to get to see her every day. Well, what do I do? Do I thank them as they recount their fantasies with my mum?
I mean, yeah.
Or do I punch
right.
them or say nothing?
Well, look, there's a difference between someone saying, bang your mum, mate, or to, oh, no, actually, mate, I would bang your mum.
Yeah, no, but being serious, please do pass
serious.
on.
I know
to
we joke
your
about
mum.
It's a really odd line to cross with somebody socially, though, isn't it?
It is. I think you need new friends.
I think you do too. I think it's as harsh as it sounds. Don't waste any time speaking to somebody who is already throwing up red flags like that. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better.
Well, if they're throwing up red flags, they should see a doctor as well.
I ate a whole bag of red flags. They haven't agreed with me.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to think if any of my mates had a mum that I fancied. Let me think back to the mums I've known. No, not one.
I grew up in an era where everybody's mum looked like they were in their 60s. And at the time, they would have been in their 30s.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's like the 80s or whatever. Was just a weird time. Everybody looked a lot older than they actually were. Because if I think back to my parents when I was, say, a teenager, my parents would have been my age now. And man, they didn't even go to church, but they were like church ladies, like church people, like librarians, like, you know, they weren't fashionable or, they didn't seem to, they just looked old. They still do. I mean, they are actually old now, right. And I'm not just my parents, like other people's parents, like it was just, I don't know what it was. I guess maybe it's just part of the time, the era or whatever, I don't know, but I just remember everybody looking really old and not being
people did
hip
look
or
older.
fashionable in any way, like.
I mean, I don't know what it was genuinely. I know there's all kinds of speculation about. I mean, if you look at there's loads of websites that show footballers. Now, this is from at the peak of their career at like 28, and they look like a 50-year-old dude.
Man, yeah,
like people just used to be weathered back then. I don't know why, but yeah.
It's probably all the secondhand smoking.
Honestly, I think smoking probably did play something.
There's a lot of the hairstyles do a lot of it. It's a whole phenomenon, actually, this thing you're talking about. But it is a thing to do with photographs and how things have changed in lighting and all these other things that make you think of a certain age. There's like a GeoGuessr where you can.
It's funny. I don't apply that to myself, but I suppose I do wear track shorts a lot. I don't know. I don't feel like I actually look that like old. I don't feel like I look like too old, but I guess maybe all those people probably thought that as well at the time.
Yeah. No, but here you go. I think as soon as you put a flat cap on, you look 10 years older, right? Because people associate it with like an older look.
And
right?
a mustache.
And I think
mustache
certain
ages
things, certain types of clothing or fabrics of clothing of an era, you can't help but putting like an age on it. Even certain names, like I was watching some video the other day and it had an old lady called Enid in it. And I was like, Enid's still around? Do you know what I mean? Is that still an old lady name? Enid was an old lady name 30 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Is it?
There's a Bare Naked Ladies song called Enid from way back in the day. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I think it's one of the worst names. If imagine your mum's called Enid. She's not hot. No one's saying that they're hot mum Enid.
What about Deirdre?
It's not.
What about Dolores? Those are old names. Deirdre, Enid, Dolores.
I knew a kid at my eldest's in their year. There was a kid called Enid.
A kid called Enid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Little girl called Enid.
This is from my son had a kid called Headley in his year, which is an old
Headley
name.
Lamar.
Yeah.
This is
Headley.
This is from Jacob. I want you guys, you probably already know this. You guys are going to do this with me. You can play it at home if you're sitting in front of a keyboard. Hold down Shift.
Yeah.
Then Control.
Yeah.
Then Alt.
Uh-huh.
Then Windows. And then press L.
Right. I haven't done it. I'm waiting to hear what has happened.
Have you not done it? It opens LinkedIn.
Right. I don't want to open LinkedIn.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That there is a Windows keyboard shortcut for LinkedIn. Does Microsoft own LinkedIn?
They might have some sort of agreement with them or something.
It's
would you
owned by
like to
Microsoft.
give Period Flax access to your computer? It says. And it's clicked yes. And now it's going onto my bank account. Now it's transferring.
Lewis, what the fuck is going on with your internet?
I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I'm at home.
I tried so hard.
Like,
I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, but it's awful.
Were both pretending.
But
I don't know what is going on.
It's just like it sounds like an old modem or something. Like,
I have no idea.
Oh man.
Is the internet down in your area or something?
Well, it's not down. it's like dying, maybe.
It's dead.
Oh man.
Sorry. Well, every listener will
we
hear
can't
me
hear your
speaking normally.
explanation.
No,
Every
it's
listener
really
will hear
cutting
this.
out a lot now.
It's very strange. It's just going to be more one-sided than normal. This
Very
podcast.
strange. That's what it sounds like.
Hang on.
Oh man.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. He's gonna fix
I
it.
do not think restarting Discord is going to help. Sadly,
No, I think it's like it must be like a ISP thing or something.
yeah, it must be.
It's really weird in this day and age. I'm just so used to having, man, touch wood, but reliable internet. Like it.
I have bad internet problems, like routinely, and I also understand that Virgin, who I've been with for years and are fucking shit, are upgrading the cables in my area to proper fiber.
Right.
And I'm like, that is definitely going to go wrong, and I'm definitely going to be without internet for like weeks at a time because of this, because they're so incompetent.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very, very concerned.
Crazy.
I would jump ship to another provider instantly if I could. And anyone that's ever watched my stream will know that Virgin Media, we have a bunch of commands. I have contacted everyone imaginable, from various ombudsmen, Virgin Media, my MP, people at the council, to try to resolve this issue, because they have a fucking monopoly in the area. Like the next alternative is so much worse.
Why? What is the next alternative?
Be able to do my job. I think it's fucking Sky or someone like that. And it's like, it's the internet that they can offer you is so shit.
Over here is really weird because we have Jersey Telecom, which is like the main provider,
right?
But because it is a monopoly, essentially, they've had to make it seem like there are competitors in the market space. So we have Airtel, Vodafone, and we have another company called Sure. And then we had another company called Newtel, but I don't think it exists as Newtel anymore. I think it's rebranded.
Nutella.
But they rent circuits from Jersey Telecom. So Jersey Telecom basically build all the infrastructure and invest in the infrastructure, and then they resell some of the unused bits to these other third-party providers. So you're still basically paying Jersey Telecom. So you might as well just go straight with Jersey Telecom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why bother with a middleman? Like when they're just using their stuff anyway. It doesn't really make any sense. But I think it gives the illusion that there's some competition. And, some people do use these other companies as well. Occasionally they do like a sale or whatever. It's a little bit cheaper, but I don't know if there's much in it,
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, let's do another email. I guess Lewis is just going to have to wait. I don't know where he's gone, actually.
He just messaged. He said...
is he on his way into the office or something?
No, he said, Discord isn't loading now. Going to have to restart. Just carry on without me. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, he'll be back.
When the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's go.
All right, here's one. I'll post the news story for you. I'll post a link in here. This is from Wendell. This can't be a real name, but it's a great name.
Right.
So the story is that a Swedish guy got stuck in his car.
Right.
He was snowed in. He was trapped for 2 months.
Okay.
And he lived.
Yeah.
He survived for 2 months.
Well, I suppose you could, because you can get water from all the melting snow on your car.
Right. But you're not really meant to go without food for 2 months.
No, but I mean, I guess he had no choice. He had to. Maybe.
I understand that.
What
It's
if he
still
found
amazing.
like a bag of peanuts or something? There had to be something in his car.
No, there's nothing. Nothing.
There's always food in my car, but
30 degrees.
I have
He was in.
three messy kids, so if push came to shove, there'd be like an old raisin or something on the ground under
But
one
that's
of
not
their
going
seats.
to give you a month, is it?
It's not.
With this
but
raisin,
it's
I can survive another
it's something,
month.
at least. It's better than nothing. You know?
Yeah, well, he was 45. They thought the car was just a wreck.
Right.
They dug through to a window, saw movement, and he was in a sleeping bag on the back seat.
Jesus.
Very, 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 very poor state. He just survived there, survived just eating a little bit of snow to get some water. He hadn't eaten anything since December.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, it's pretty incredible.
That
Absolutely
is incredible, yeah.
Yeah, that is nuts.
What was
Damn.
it, that magician? Remember he sat in a box and didn't eat for
David
like
Blaine?
40 days or something?
I bet that's bullshit.
It's
I
probably,
don't know why, but I think it's bullshit.
It probably
Because
is,
his ice thing where he was frozen in an ice,
yeah.
He swapped in and out. He had like a body double that swapped in with him. Seriously. So he'd
Whatever
be
happened
like,
to that guy? You never
David
hear about him
Blaine?
anymore.
I assume he had some Las Vegas residency.
Maybe
and
he just fucking
did
hocus
that.
pocused himself off the planet. And now for my final act, I will disappear forever.
So in September 2022, he was a Las Vegas resident with his David Blaine live show. So yeah, that went to 2023, and then he went at the Win from 2023 and is still going. So yeah, he just 3 shows on 3 days a month. He does it.
Right.
So there you go. He just lives
He works
in Vegas.
for 3 days a month.
Apparently.
Not bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good going.
Yeah,
Pretty good gig
that's
if you can
mad.
get it.
Yeah. So he doesn't need to tour. Probably gets paid a bunch of money. So,
yeah, he probably gets paid loads. Yeah.
He
gotta live in
always
Vegas,
had that
though.
style. He had that style where he'd go, watch.
But I
look,
suppose he
watch.
probably doesn't even live in Vegas. He probably
Yeah,
just
I guess he
flies there
wouldn't
for his
have to.
3 nights and then just goes back home. I mean, for 3 nights, you could live anywhere. He probably still lives in the UK.
Yeah. I mean, Christ, you don't want to fucking live in Las Vegas.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, I know people that live there and they say it's nice, but I wouldn't want to live there, I don't think. Although, I guess it depends what neighborhood you live in. You know?
True.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, he's back.
I'm back. I had to restart. I don't know.
Congratulations.
Did you run to
Shannon.
the office?
No.
Oh.
No.
You should have, man. That
I
would
could
have
have done.
You should have run.
Football manager and age. This is from Dan.
Right.
Hearing you guys talk about age the other day reminded me of a similar chat I had with my friends. We're all late 20s, so deep down, we know we are not old at all, but still dreading 30.
Right.
My friend said he knew he was getting old when he realized he was at an age where he would not sign himself on Football Manager.
Right.
I like that a lot. That is definitely something that comes up.
I didn't even have myself in my Football Manager games.
No. What he's saying is, imagine if you were 30, you wouldn't sign a 30-year-old in Football Manager. You'd be like, he's too old.
I see. Yeah.
He's like, he's a bit old.
I thought he created like his own.
No. He's like, if I was me in the game, if I was a player at my age, I'd be like, I'm not signing him. He's over the hill.
Yeah.
He's 30.
Whereas you want young bucks with good building stats.
Exactly.
You don't
but
want.
I like that.
Occasionally, though, you can get like a 30-year-old that's like a kind of like almost like a placeholder. You know that they're not going to progress much. They're only going to get older and get injured more. But they could still like fill a gap until some young buck gets better.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. There are sometimes the exact player you need is 30 or 32 because their mental stats are really good. So you need some wise old head to put in the middle of the park, put his foot on the ball, look up, ping that
goalkeepers,
pass.
I find, are
goalies,
usually, you can get an older goalie who's just got incredible stats and it can just kind of carry you through part of a season or whatever. It's great.
I never considered adding myself either. At any point in these Football Manager, I think I'd just be constantly disappointed by the player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you just going to agree with me because you can't hear me?
Yeah.
This is weird.
A little bit.
It's like that time. It's like that time period you recorded your own audio in a Civ game just without us on it, and there was a whole track of you just doing your own solo commentary in a multiplayer Civ game. Bizarre. That's what this podcast is going to be like.
I don't remember that at all. Wait, did I Audacity record just myself?
Mm-hmm. You would just mute us and talk yourself. You'd be like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm building a temple.
But I'm pretty sure I did that because I was fairly sure that we were meant to record our own audio the way we do for everything else.
Yeah, but
I had to record the other day. I played some TTT with these guys and I hadn't recorded in years. Like I wasn't set up for it at all. I had to do all this stuff.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. Yeah. You just like, I never used to use OBS to do any recording though back in the day. I used to use was it Shadow Play or something?
Yeah, Shadow Play.
Which was a lot easier. You could just mark it with Audacity and away you went, sort of thing. And before that I used to use what was the name of that program? There's a couple of capture programs that you could use. I can't remember the one that
Fraps.
There were
Fraps, that's the one.
Fraps,
Fraps.
yeah, Jesus.
Good God.
Fraps used to burn like a frame rate into the top corner.
Yeah.
So you'd always know it had been Fraps.
That's
something
it.
like that.
Yeah.
All right. This is from George. This is a good email. This guy is a narcotics investigator in the US. He's a cop. He's been doing it for a few years now. He's a plainclothes investigator with the drug unit. His job is to arrest drug users, convince them to purchase drugs from their dealer, who I investigate and build a case on, usually resulting in a search warrant of their home or a dramatic traffic stop after they return from a major city where they resupply their drugs.
Right.
So when somebody is arrested, I lay out their choices. They can either work for me as a snitch and potentially earn enough credit to work off their charges, or they can just go to jail. I've found that most of the time, the higher up the drug food chain you go, the more willing people are to work. The only people that say no are low-level dealers and users who still believe that street cred actually means something.
Right.
We've had one guy that was arrested for selling kilos of cocaine and immediately agreed to snitch on one condition. He wanted to call his drug boss for permission. We agreed, and the man placed a call to Mexico and told his boss, likely a Mexican cartel, what his charges were. The boss hung up and a few minutes later called back and said, yeah, you can burn this guy, and this guy only. If you need more, let me know.
Jesus.
So they were like, yeah, you can turn these 3 guys in. Because they don't want to lose him. He's too valuable.
Yeah.
And it's better for them to know he's turned and who he's burning than for him to just do it of his own volition, I guess. One of my favorite methods to catch them is to use my Hot Girl Facebook account to communicate with known dealers, then agree to meet them to buy drugs. After a few days of flirting, the horny bastards agree and will show up at the mall or area of my choosing with a bag of drugs. Only instead of meeting with Facebook Hot Girl in her van, they are greeted by a van full of plainclothes cops. That's pretty awesome. George.
That is kind of cool, actually. It'd be good. It'd be good if that was just like law enforcement, just like across the board was just cool like that. It doesn't feel like they are, unfortunately, but
like I said about the Isle of Wight guy, I love the idea of flipping the script, having the scammer be the good guy, like having the catfish be doing it for good. It is so juicy because you get to see all of that kind of hacky, scummy like behavior, like sneaking around doing this like naughty thing, but with a good outcome. Not that being a vigilante like Dexter is a good outcome.
Indeed. Yeah. Let's not
whatever.
Dexter this. Let's just within the law.
Yeah, exactly. Love it. Love to see it.
It's a neat way of doing it, isn't it?
It sounds like a real person with a real job. That
I know.
It's almost unbelievable.
Adult.
It's almost unbelievable that is from a Triforce listener.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Every time I get emails like this from people, and they're like, "Hi there, my job is as follows," and I think that sounds like a responsible job that a grown-up would do. Why
I'm
are you
a head of
listening
state
to this
for a small African country.
I just wanted to correct a point you guys made about anuses. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, man.
This is insights from an engineer. Okay, so this guy's an engineer. This is Alex. Long-time fan of the podcast, here to give you guys yet another email that goes, I'm an expert. Here's why you guys are big idiot dum-dums, and I'm a big brain.
Right.
Only joking. You guys are great. On a recent podcast, I found it funny when you guys complained about how ludicrous it was that ammunition companies had to ask for more than 3 years to remove lead from their bullets. This was a few months ago now. I was talking about the fact that in the UK, they want to remove lead from bullets because all the shotgun hunters that go out and hunt, the lead goes into the environment and gets into other animals, and it's just bad. So they want to replace it with a non-lead metal.
Yeah.
Thinking that it was some way by these companies to try and postpone and weasel out of the agreement. While I agree that those are factors to a certain extent, I think the request is much more reasonable than you might think. I work at a large train building company as a manufacturing engineer, which means that I'm the guy who takes the designs that the designers come up with on paper, figure out how to build them for real. When you look behind the scenes at a product development and manufacturing, there is a hell of a lot more work involved than you would expect. If I were to suggest that a single screw on the train be replaced with a size up, it may take a month or two of back and forth work before that change actually happens. because of how many things are affected and need to be adjusted for that change. Now compare that tiny change with this request to entirely replace the main component of the bullets. Between material research, design changes, supply chain, factory and infrastructure changes, I could easily see the job taking 2 to 2.5 years. Add in the usual business delays and you start cutting it close to that 3-year mark. So adding on a few years just to be safe is not too unbelievable. That's very interesting, Alex. Thank you. I suppose I'm just ignorant for a change about the complexities of making bullets. I figured it was just like, well, the factory buys in lead pellets. Now they just buy some other ones in and put those in. But yeah, you're right. It's obviously much more complicated.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Nice email.
A good email. A good email.
I saw a thing about how I think one of the new Apple iPhones is using like titanium 3D printing.
Oh,
like to make some of the components, which is kind of fascinating that is happening on a scale of millions of things, because I thought it was a very niche sort of thing, make like 3D printing stuff out of titanium. But apparently that's just going on.
That's crazy. Do they melt the titanium? Like, is it like a vat of melted titanium or something somehow?
No,
How does it print it?
I have no idea.
Is it little beads of titanium? How do they glue it together? Does it heat it up? Is it welding? Hey, if you know, email in and let us know, please, because we're not going to speculate.
Yeah, it's not like an inkjet.
This is from a guy called Marco, and I think his last name is Shitpost, but it's probably misreading that.
Right.
In episode 315, you asked who would be the greatest grave robber. I can't believe we asked that question. That's easy. The British Museum. Very good, Marco.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes. Known grave robbers, the British, of course. Their museums are full of other people's cultural relics and stuff, and riches from ages past, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Well,
tons of them.
Maybe they should have looked after him better.
Here we go. In wades Lewis Reform Brindley.
Lewis Farage is on the case
with a hot take. Lewis Farage.
No, I'm fully on the side of giving them back.
Oh, okay.
Except to the countries that are still currently war zones.
Right. So you think that we're just
there's
looking
none
after
left.
them?
All the wars have been solved. Didn't you hear?
There's no wars.
Trump solved like 7 wars this year already, and
he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize and all the other Nobel Prizes.
If we are really concerned about like keeping them safe, we should move them somewhere like even safer, like New Zealand.
Yeah,
the moon. The moon is quite safe.
One of Zuckerberg's bunkers. Put him in there.
Yeah,
he's building a ton of bunkers.
Maybe he
knows something that we don't.
Of his wealth buying them off the British Museum.
Do you know what? Actually, the bunker thing is wild because if you were incredibly rich, as Mark Zuckerberg is, and you were used to living an amazing lifestyle, as I'm sure he is, if there was such an apocalypse that you needed to retreat to a bunker, your life is going to suck so much. Wouldn't you just rather die with everyone else?
Mate, you should see his bunker. It's like better than
Can he go jet skiing in it?
5-star hotel you've ever been to.
Can he go jet skiing in it?
I don't want to live in a world where I can't jet ski.
Yeah, the man loves to jet ski.
He's probably got his own like 3D VR jet ski.
Yeah, but it'll be meta. It'll be shit.
It's like it's all like self-powered. There's like food and everything. Like
but it's still a bunker. He can't go outside ever again. You're stuck in your bunker forever. This is why he's
spending so much money on it.
All the ghouls are prepping. The biggest preppers going.
Wouldn't you just rather die? Yeah. Just kill me. If the world's going to end, I don't want to be around for the finale where we all peter out into some cannibalistic ghoul existence.
Yeah.
Just kill me. Just kill me with the initial.
They're ghouls right now.
They are.
They're ghouls.
Only a few decades ago, private citizens used to be largely private. But what's changed? The internet! Think about everything you've browsed, searched for, watched, or tweeted, and imagine all that data being collected by data brokers into a permanent public record, your record. Having your private life exposed for others was once something only celebrities worried about. But these days, everyone is online, so everyone is a public figure. And to keep my data private when I go online, I use ExpressVPN. With ExpressVPN, your IP address is hidden, and it makes it difficult for people to track you and monetize your private online activity. It reroutes and encrypts 100% of your network traffic works on all of your devices, and I use it at home and on my phone. So why not check it out? Secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Triforce. That's expressvpn.com/Triforce to find out how you can get up to 4 extra months for free. expressvpn.com/Triforce. On with the show.
This is howdy period. Learned something recently that might interest you and Sips. Brackets and Boar Lewis, close brackets. The
Nice.
Jersey Bulls FC play in a Southeast League. Because the Jersey Bulls is a
Yawn.
football team in Jersey.
Yeah.
So every away game, they're paying for flights to the mainland. And what's even crazier is that for home games, they pay for the away team to fly to them, along with
What?
linesmen, referees, etc. How can a lower division local football club, presumably with a few fans, afford all the transport fees? And the answer he gives is JTC. What is JTC?
Who knows? JTC. Let me look it up really quick. JTC Jersey. JTC is JTC Group, which is providing a wide range of corporate and private client administration services.
That's just a fucking corporate wank.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Because I don't even
it's
know
a global
what that
business
means.
owned by its people, apparently.
Yeah, what do they do?
I don't know.
Oh,
They
private
pay
equity,
for-
real estate, credit. They're just VC. They're they're money wankers.
Yeah.
So JTC pays it. Presumably, so he says, presumably
Well,
they
sorry,
use
what did
the
you
club.
think the island of Jersey was about,
Well,
P-Flax?
yeah, but I know, but I thought maybe this company was something decent, but of course it's
Sips
not.
used to work for money wankers. That's
Yeah.
why he was there in the first place.
That's it.
Fair.
That's why I came over here. I wanted to get in on the action. You know,
The tax
All the money
dodging
wank.
action, yeah. So the apparently JTC are probably using this as a tax dodge or something like that, or to try and get a bit of PR to make themselves not look like cunts. Interesting.
Yeah, probably. But no, well, it is a bit bullshit that they have to pay to go to the other place, but also pay for people to come to them. That's not on. It should be like one or the other, right?
What?
You know, I think.
No. If you live on an island by choice and you've asked to join a league which is not on an island, nobody else is on the island, and they're all poor clubs, they're not going to fucking pay.
Okay, let me
every
pitch you a
season. They have to
different
pay
idea.
to fly everyone out
Sorry,
there.
no. Let me pitch you a different idea. Imagine you join a club and you're in Cornwall, right?
Right.
And you have to play a game against Newcastle.
yeah,
Okay.
That's quite a long
doesn't
fucking
happen.
way.
Doesn't
right?
happen because the leagues are regional.
yeah.
What are you talking
I think
about?
The leagues are regional at the lower
I think
in the lower
Jersey
leagues
gets
for that
lumped into
exact
the
reason.
southwest. I
Yeah,
think.
southeast. No,
Southeast.
southeast, like he
Right.
said. Yeah, so they're in the southeast. So the point is, you if you are from
Oh.
Truro, you don't then have to play a club in Carlisle because first of all,
Right.
the club wouldn't
So I
be
was
able
going
to
to say,
afford it.
they probably fly. So
Yeah, no,
in fact,
right, exactly.
the cost of flying from Truro to Carlisle is probably more than it is from Truro to Jersey.
Right at the non-pro level, it's regionalized.
Yeah.
There's like the north, the south,
Yeah.
and lower than
I
that, it's like the
see.
Yeah.
southeast, the
So
south.
You're
so
not
normally
engaging
you don't
in
have
international
like a
matches
maximum.
No,
just
you
yet.
don't have to travel. Yeah, yeah.
You
It's,
normally
once
have
you
like a
get into
2-hour
leagues-
drive instead
Right,
of a
exactly instead of
flight
an
or whatever.
8-hour drive or coach
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes,
It's
once you
not
get to
that
the
far from
professional leagues,
Jersey.
you do have to do it.
It-
No, I'm sure
it's
It
it's
would
not
be a
even that
logistical
much.
nightmare, but it's already tough enough being on an island. Like it,
Okay,
Flights-
let's just do some.
it costs a
Flights
lot
Heathrow
to
to
get off
Jersey.
of Jersey.
Booking.com flights to Jersey from, let's say, LHR, going to Jersey. No, not New York. Jersey Airport, San Helier.
Yeah.
For one adult.
Yeah.
Travel date, I'm going to say, let's say November
No,
the 1st.
put a whole football team on.
No,
No, don't
I'm just
put
gonna
a whole
multiply.
Do
football
22 adults.
Can you
No,
imagine
Look.
imagine the sort of like pre-call comes through for that one. Oh my God, somebody is trying to book 35 seats on the plane. Like
So,
How do
bear
you
in
think-
mind, Lewis, I don't
How
need
do
to
you
bring
think this shit works?
22. I don't need to bring 22 because 11 of the players are already there. That's the team I'm flying to play against.
Right.
So I need
No,
to bring
But you're
11
bringing all
plus
the
5,
subs,
6
and they said the
substitutes.
linesman and the ref as well. and all
Right,
this,
so
didn't
it's
they?
£131 a pop, but
Yeah.
that's per person.
that's
Yeah.
not accurate, by the way.
That says if I fly out on the 1st of November from Gatwick at 6:25 and return
on what flight?
on what flight? A 1-hour direct flight from Gatwick to Jersey.
Yeah, what carrier?
E. It's just an EasyJet.
Right. Okay. It's
Is
pretty
that
cheap,
not
actually.
accurate?
For Jersey, that's cheap. That's pretty cheap.
So if I did it with BA from London Heathrow, it's 181.
Yeah.
So let's say we're doing that. So we're doing
They're
that.
doing that. They're
I'm
footballers.
getting a calculator.
They're going
Well,
on
they're
BA.
footballers.
They can't go.
They're worth it.
You can't go business
They're
class
semi-pro.
because it's only a small flight. You
There's no
can,
business.
there is
There's no
business
business.
class, but there's only like
Right.
10 seats.
So let's say 25 people. That allows for
Can you imagine the
the
football
first
squad?
team, the
Which
manager,
one of the
kit man.
11 do you leave out of first class?
It's $4.5 grand to
30-year-old.
fly there. $4.5 grand for the flights. So JTC can fucking handle that.
That's a lot.
That's
All
not
right.
too bad.
It's a lot.
A couple of buffet related emails now. This is Johan says, "Hi, I was standing in line for pancakes at the breakfast buffet when the kid in front of me put her hand into the bowl of rainbow sprinkles, or hundreds and thousands, as they are to
Yep.
many of our listeners, and grabbed a handful. Her mother, horrified, took the child by the wrist and proceeded to pick and scrape the sticky sprinkles from her palm back into the sprinkles bowl,
No.
Yeah.
putting them all back for the rest of the queue to enjoy."
That is what all of these things are like.
They're not
I was
little
in, like,
nuggets
I
of
was-
gold. You can just wipe them into the bin. It's fine. Like what's who benefits from those going back in? There's so many of them. Like
Because the
know.
parent doesn't
bowl
want
of
to get in
hundreds
trouble.
of thousands is probably the same bowl that's been there for like 10 years. You can never get through that many hundreds of thousands. There's no way.
I was in a garden centre the other day, and there was a little girl who was just going through, putting her fingers in like all the different dirts of the different pot plant pots,
Yeah.
and
Right.
pushing them over, and just covered in it, covered in dirt. And the parents were just like, yeah, just allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same girl who's going to be putting her fingers all over those brownies in the garden centre cafe buffet.
Indeed,
Watch out.
indeed.
Good Lord.
But
Watch
now
out.
Nathan has emailed in with what sounds like, so it says, "Your dream buffet" is what the title of the email is.
Okay.
Okay.
Ahoy there, Flax. Your talk of germ-riddled buffets and Mailbag 60 got me thinking. I may have encountered your dream buffet scenario, sort of. During COVID, the mining industry was considered essential, but operations were constantly at risk of being quarantined or shut down, so extreme measures were taken to keep everyone healthy. As a result, our dining experience at my mining camp went a bit like this. We were to wash hands and use sanitizer immediately upon entering the canteen. Those who didn't were warned, and repeat offenders were fired. We then donned rubber gloves, which we wore for the duration of the meal. At the
Wow.
buffet, a plate was selected for us, and the chefs would put whatever food we selected onto our plates for us. We were not permitted to touch the plates, the counter, the tongs, or anything. We would then take our plates and sit alone at a table meant for 6 and quietly attempt to eat whilst wearing the hand condoms, as he's called them. This was the only time we were permitted to remove our masks, and phones were not allowed in the mess hall. It was a rather depressing affair. After the second night, I elected to get takeaway and eat dinner in my room instead. That is fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you. That does sound like my dream buffet. No other people.
Yeah.
And just clean. No one's fucking kid is slapping the chicken before I decide to eat it. Like, it's just perfect.
Could you imagine a restaurant, except it was like some sort of radiation clean room?
Yeah.
God.
You come in and they hose you down with while you're in that
Everyone
suit.
puts the rubber yellow jackets on and the rebreathers. They go in there. It's everyone's like bumping into each other, because they'll still cram it full of as many people as
Yeah, of
possible.
course.
Man, I used to
The
love
food is
that.
all
I used to
being-
it's
love
all
the
liquid
Pizza
food.
Hut lunchtime buffet. Oh man, I could eat so much pizza at Pizza Hut. There's not even
See-
one over here anymore. It's gone.
Good.
You
It's a
do
terrible pizza.
you do become immune to the grossness of everything.
Yeah.
And then that ironically makes you ill, and gives you immunity, I guess, later from all the germs that you consumed. I mean, I'm still sick right now from my getting whatever I have had
Right.
again. I think I don't know if it's COVID that I keep
COVID
getting.
2.0.
Too many
COVID
beef
3.0.
injections.
I have like this weird cycle of sniffles
I
for
thought
like
it was
24
pork
hours.
injections.
Very sniffly and snuffly,
Yeah.
runny nose, and then I get very hot and cold,
Mm-hmm.
and then for like a day or two, and then I get like not a cough, but like
this
a kind
is just
of
like a phone call with my mum. I
Yeah.
just wanna
phlegmy
say.
throat. It's the same symptoms I get every time.
Yeah.
It's called a
It's
cold,
so
Lewis.
consistent.
Do you have a hot water bottle of an evening?
My flat's warm enough at the moment, but I would do if it were winter.
Right. And do you have one of
Yeah.
those old style like cast iron ones, or like a
Cast
ceramic one, or have you gone for the more modern sort of like the rubbery one with a cozy?
Fuck, I've got a long worm style one actually.
Oh, nice.
Gross.
Like a long
Like a big
wraparound
hot worm that lives in your
warm
bed.
worm.
Yeah.
It's called. Yeah.
Warm worm.
Yeah, check it out.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
It's got a little face on it.
This is from Jesse. This is a follow-up email from a couple of years ago, and that I've got another follow-up email after that might just blow your
A
mind.
follow-up email from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
Jesse says, I emailed in a few years back with a list of things that annoyed me.
Right.
It's been a minute, but this list still haunts me to my core. I'd like to believe in the past few years I've grown as an individual, and these days the list of things I'm annoyed by is largely limited to my cats.
Right.
So the things that he complained about were Wonder Bread trucks, people who use boiling water in Weetabix instead of milk, co-workers
Insane.
wishing you a happy birthday, people confusing venom with poison, lettuce leaves, and 6, pharmacists pretending they know better than your doctor. These are Jesse's complaints.
Right.
I'm not
Some
sure
of those
why.
are fairly reasonable.
These
I
are
would
all
like-
fantastic.
I would like to
Yeah.
take the opportunity to apologize to any pharmacists I offended and any Australians I misrepresented.
Right.
Don't.
These days, I work at a job I love as a console and controller refurbisher, and I have a kid on the way in October, so I have a lot to be thankful for. I appreciate you all having been a formative part of my younger years. Fun fact, there are companies that sell cheese made from dog milk. There you go. Great email, Jesse. Thank you.
you so
didn't need
much for
to
the
know that.
follow-up. Good to hear from you again.
So is he saying he's reformed, and are these things that used to annoy him?
So
or
these
still
things
annoy him?
no longer annoy him.
No,
He's only annoyed by
him.
cats now.
That's good to know.
That is good to know.
What is it? What is annoying? I thought cats were supposed to sort of enhance
cats.
your life.
His cats.
His
are the only thing that
cats.
annoys him. In other words, life has improved. He's not an angry fella anymore.
Right.
There's no
What's
need to
wrong
be
with
as
his-
angry.
He's past
Jesse, let
all
me
his
know
Because
from
they'll
these
jump
cats.
on your keyboard or they'll knock cups of tea over. You know, the usual kind of things. What he's saying is,
That's what you pay to have them for.
no, yeah, but that's what he's saying is nowadays the only thing that annoys me is my cats. In other words, occasionally they'll do something silly rather than him getting angry about pharmacists or Wonder Bread trucks. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Look, can I tell
move
you
on.
guys this story about what Terry did the other day, please, quickly?
Oh, I
won't
can't
be
wait
long.
for this.
Right. It's too cold for him to be outside now. So he's inside and we're just getting him ready to hibernate. But so he's in his little cage with his basking lamp on and stuff. And in the mornings, especially when the light goes on, he's a little bit feisty. So he paces around a bit and he's trying to sort of escape because he wants to go outside. If the sun's out and he goes outside, he's fine. But if he's stuck in his cage, he's a bit pissed off. So he does this thing now because he's a bit bigger, where he can kind of like climb up the cage part of the way, like because his front legs are very strong. So he kind of like loops them into the cage railing things and will lift himself up so that his back legs aren't even touching the ground anymore. Okay. He's like fully suspended in the air. But then this shocks him and he realizes he can't do that. And then he just immediately falls backwards in slow motion onto his back and gets stuck. And
Okay.
Good God.
It's unbelievable. Like I don't know why he does it or how he even does it, but he does it and it's crazy.
Well, he's definitely a Lovitz, is all I can say.
Okay.
That's how you know he's one of yours.
Right.
You know?
I mean, we didn't give birth to him though. You know?
No, but you've adopted him. He's proven
you
himself one of the family.
It's impressive how he does it though. But then when he's on his back, he does this thing where it's almost like he looks like he's like dabbing, but it's like a very quick dab, you know, like and in like successive quick dabs, you know, because he's trying to like wiggle to get to right himself, but he can't. He's huge. Like if he's on his back, he's just stuck on his back until one of us flips him over, sort of thing. It's funny. My daughter thinks it's like the most hilarious thing ever. Like she just anytime he falls on his back, it doesn't even matter where she is. She'll just come running from like miles away just to see him because she wants to see him do this dab move that he does. But it's like very quick, you know, like because he's panicking, but he's not really panicking. He knows like he's going to get flipped over, but I think his instinct is to just sort of like, it's like goes a bit crazy.
He's flipped over before and he knows that he can figure it. It all works out. He's learned that it does work out.
He does.
I mean,
he has learned,
clearly these animals have been around an exceedingly long time.
Yeah, they kind of know.
I mean, this reminds me, I think I told this before when I went to the Bristol Zoo and it was still there. And there was a beetle on its back in the insect house. And it had been there so long, it had worked like a little moat around itself where it had just been digging out the sand because it had been waving its little legs for so long that it had moved all the sand away from itself. And I went and knocked on the door, the office of the lad that worked in the beet house, and said, one of the beetles is stuck on his back. And he said, well, that species of beetle has existed for like 200 million years, so I think he knows what it's doing. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah.
And left.
I guess there is.
The same thing with turtles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's true.
This is from Amber. All right. Now, I'm going to read you the email, and then I'll give you the surprising fact that I thought was worth reading out about. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Pyrian. I'm sorry if you've answered this question in a video before, as I am a new viewer over from Yogscast Civ 5 videos.
Wow.
But what is your accent? A friend and I were wondering, we couldn't quite pinpoint it. Sorry for the trivial question. Thanks, Amber. Hi, Amber. I'm English and was born here, and we have lived here for the last 30 years, but I lived in America until I was 8, so my early accent was an American one. Sometimes it still leaks out a bit. Thanks for your email, PFlax. Hi, Pyrian. Thanks very much for taking the time to reply and answer my silly question. That was very nice of you. I passed on the email to my friend too. She'll be glad we finally got that mystery figured out. I have that kind of exchange all the time on email with fans, but my reply email was sent on December the 28th, 2013.
Right.
Amber thanking me for my reply was spent on September 24th, 2025. A gap of 12 years.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What a late reply.
She necroed the hell out of your
12
email.
years.
12
First of all,
years.
where was Amber? What was she doing for 12 years? It meant that
That's a long
she
time.
didn't reply. Was she in prison?
And she spent 12. She took 12 years to forward that on to her friend.
Yeah, finally cracked it. You know, I mean, what? I really want to know. Was her reply email actually lost on a server for 12 years?
No way.
And someone plugged it in and suddenly started sending all these emails out.
No way.
Like, what's the deal?
No, she probably.
I don't think emails fall down the back of.
I think that's
of
what
a
happened.
Filing
I don't even know how you
100%.
would have that in your memory, like like even as a trigger activator, where it's like, oh shit, I forgot to respond to that email from 12 years ago, right? Like it just like
I tell you what.
she must have just been going through correspondence or something. She must maybe she started listening again or something, and she went through because she wanted to see that reply that she got.
Something jogged her memory, and she typed in and said, "I remember writing a letter to PFlax back in
12 years ago. Incredible.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I love it.
I just don't know how on earth she found that email again to reply. You'd have to go
But she
sort
didn't
by oldest.
address it in the reply either.
No.
She just didn't.
So, because my follow-up was, your response took 12 years. How have you been? Like, I hope you're well. And what the fuck?
When did we start?
I haven't heard back.
When did we start doing stuff with you, Flax?
Well, no, you'll heal back, PFlax, in 12 years.
In 12 years,
time.
that's what I'm thinking. In 12 years' time, I'll hear
was
back.
it 2013 that we started doing stuff with you?
It might have been, it was probably before that.
Right.
We've spoken about this before.
I started in 2011.
Yeah.
And but I can't remember like what the circumstances were for you joining us and stuff. Was it through
it's always
Dota
very
or something?
vague.
No, it was not. So there was a video 12 years ago that I did of Guns of Icarus, which is on my channel, and the crew that I had on my ship.
Was that through Polaris at the time?
Yeah,
Right.
The crew was. These are different people. I did another one. I did one with some of the Yogs anyway. It was like Simon and Lewis. I think Total Biscuit was on one of the other ships with a bunch of guys. It was like Krendor was there, and for some reason they'd pulled me in, and I think I was on the same ship as Lewis and Simon, and maybe we just had fun hanging out, and maybe Lewis looked on my channel and was like, "Oh, this guy's not a complete maniac. We could probably work with him or something."
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Something.
I was a fan. I was a PFlax fan.
He was an OG PFlax
Oh,
I was a
fan.
OG
Six fan
fan.
as well.
Yeah.
I still am.
What a lovely guy.
What a
lovely
good
I'm a
guy.
Six
guy.
fan still. Not so much a PFlax fan.
This is you say that, Lewis, but Jorge.
Jorge.
Yeah, and apparently, sorry, George. Not Jorge. He's Portuguese, and their J sounds like the English one. So yeah, it's Jorge or something, I think, because like you know people say Jose Mourinho. It's
Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho, I think. Anyway, him and his girlfriend Ellen. They have watched Peculiar Portions. Could the Yogs survive on a desert island? And I was placed in the B tier.
Oh.
And they asked for my take on that. And interestingly, I watched that segment in order to respond to this email. And Simon said correctly, didn't PFlax do some stuff in the cadets when he was at school? And Lewis, with total authority, looked straight into the camera and said no. Even though we've spoken at length multiple times in this podcast
No.
about the
Lewis
fact we
has
have both
like a thing
been in the cadets.
Lewis wants to be the only person who's ever been in the cadets. Is something I learned about Lewis over the years. You can't claim to have been in the cadets or have any sort of like extra like a military sort of focused training. Because Lewis was in the cadets, and you're not going to steal that.
I keep
spotlight.
assuming you spent longer in the States than you did, though. I always forget. Look, you can't expect me to remember anything we talk about.
Eight
that's
is a
exactly
long time to have lived somewhere, though. Like my daughter's 9. If we lived, I mean, we've lived here for her whole life, and then we moved somewhere else. Like she's got a full like British accent, everything.
Yeah.
You know, like
Where did I put Sips?
I can't remember. I didn't. I couldn't see.
Probably
the
Reddit.
video is very long. So I tried to scan through
Probably
and find
in
the final
S tier.
placement. You had Lydia down in the very bottom tier, which I actually agree with.
Well, you don't think
She's
Lydia would be
hopeless.
any good on a desert island?
Have you ever seen the woman cut a carrot?
No.
It's like the most dangerous thing I've ever seen. She cannot use a knife. So I'm thinking that's a
well,
basic
there's not
survival
going to be a
implement.
knife on a desert island. She's going to have to fashion herself some sort of tool out of stone and wood.
She's also got a gammy knee
Right.
from falling down the
think-
stairs and breaking her knee.
Oh, I remember
There's-
that. Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, obviously, there's already a scale. Like none of us are
Yeah, right.
outdoorsmen, really.
Right, but this is the tier list based on what we've got.
have you
to
guys
work
ever done a
with.
portage before?
exactly.
Because I have.
Yeah,
Well,
I
so you
know.
are quite high up on the list.
I should be a high.
you were on
technically,
I
I should be
you
way
were in
up
the
there.
B tier, actually. Yeah.
I should be.
Duncan was put in S tier because he goes.
Well, Duncan
camping.
He goes
is
to
the-
Glastonbury
Yeah.
annually.
I know.
I
he
wouldn't
does-
say that
he
that's the
does
same
like-
thing.
He does like 5 or 6
He does
festivals. and
drugs
he-
in a field for
yeah, and
a week
and
every
eats
year.
like he eats
It's
those
not the
stinky,
same thing.
You know, soil flavored sprinkle buffets that kids have have
Yeah.
their fingers in. And he's got such high constitution. Duncan,
Does he?
You know,
Right.
whereas I have like no constitution. You know, I'll go outside and like the wind will like make me wheezy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas Hat Films as well, they can go off and
Oh,
you know,
I would trust
Smithy.
Smithy. Absolutely. with
Smithy
camping. Yeah.
of the 3 is probably
they're a good team.
the most
you know?
outdoorsy.
Dav as well. I think Dav would be the lad who's just, you wake up, he's already chopped 3 trees down for firewood and everything. I think him.
Dr.
practical.
Simon Clark.
No, I wouldn't trust him.
You don't?
He's a bookish nerd.
Yeah,
What does he
but
know?
he probably
He's a-
would know a thing or two about like wild
he's a
berries.
dorky
and,
dweeb.
No, he'd be like, actually, the
flora,
berry of the
yeah.
so-and-so bush is quite delicate, quite a delicacy in some
Yes.
regions of the world. I'd fucking kill him with a rock and
I
eat
think
him.
some of that
Week
information
one.
would be useful though. No,
No, he's a dead man. Dead man walking.
right?
Yeah, we were not sure where to put. We don't want to offend people, but I think everyone knows they'd be pretty hopeless at
You can't
surviving. in
offend your
these-
friends by
these,
tier listing them based on how much you think they'd survive on a desert island. Like if you were ranking us,
Do
by,
a tier
by
list
looks,
based on all
you
the
could-
people
could
that you
offend
know
people.
by how much you like them. Okay,
Okay,
Do
where
that
are we gonna
too,
start with?
Liz.
Duncan.
Yeah, do that.
that would be an interesting one.
How much do we like?
How much
our
do you like
colleagues and friends?
people that,
would be
you
funny.
within your sort of immediate sphere of influence? You know,
That would be
Fucking
the
hell.
most controversial, but the funniest fucking video.
these are the kind of tier lists that I think we should be pushing people to do, though. No, like
Yeah.
we don't need to
Oh, my
to know
God.
about what your favorite cereal is and not and stuff. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's start
Let's
ranking
really, you know
other
what? Let's
people
get some
on
controversial
there.
shit out there.
Yeah.
Get all the women associated with the Yogscast and rank them by looks. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
Just do that.
that
It's
would be a
2025.
great tier list to do as
2025.
well.
Yeah. No one gives
What
a
about
shit.
what about ranking all of the guys in the Yogscast by how big or small you think their cock is as well?
Follow-up video. The proof. Here with the proof.
Yeah, it could be like naked attraction. You could get everybody
Channel 5 are paying for it.
behind a screen where just their cock is hanging out, and then you have to guess whose cock it is as well as a
We could do like
follow-up.
a glory hole video as well.
Yeah.
Moving
Holy
on. This is
shit.
from Willow, a gaping vagina haver.
Right.
While recovering from food
Seems
poisoning-related
like such a
experience.
funny name to have. You wouldn't associate somebody called Willow with having a big gaping cavernous vagina, would you?
Probably not.
It sounds like
but,
like a dainty sort of petite name, you know?
It does. It does.
It'd be like,
Willow-
it'd be
Willow
like calling
vagina
a man
haver.
with like a 9-foot python Pee-wee, you know?
Yeah, but that's ironic. You know,
It's
it's like
ironic.
Jimmy the Hat or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear a hat.
So while Willow was recovering from food poisoning, a friend recommended putting on the talking triangles, that's us, to make me feel better.
Right.
I've played some bits for the podcast before for her, and here is her impression of you guys. So this is Willow's friend, a non-fan, a non-listener, who's only heard bits and bobs of the podcast. This is their impression of us.
Right.
Oh, God.
We're guys with clarinets, and we have kids, and we make it our whole personality. Also, we play D&D in the basement, even though we have wives. Also, we hate this thing. That's the impression.
That's the impression.
Of our podcast. I think that's very unfair. First of all,
No.
we don't play clarinets. I don't know where that's
I
coming
played
from.
clarinet
that's
before.
No, that's spot on, and I'm relieved that that's all it is. You know, it could be much closer to the truth, which is that we're angry.
What?
And we
What?
hate everything.
I love the comment about playing D&D in the basement, even though we have wives.
Yeah, apparently nerd stuff's only for single people.
No, like-
sorry, D&D fans out there, but you fucking virgin,
They could be
non-wife
fucking their
having-
wives, but
Yeah.
they're playing D&D in the basement instead.
rolled fucking
What's
three
wrong
three
with them?
charisma.
Why aren't they
That's why
fucking
they're
their
stuck there.
wives all the time?
Go fuck your wife, nerd. Oh, I can't. I haven't got one. Yeah, because you play D&D in the basement like a nerd, like a single virgin nerd. That's the implication. It's unfair.
Yeah, it's unfair. I mean, the reason I'm not is because sometimes I just get tired of all the fucking I'm doing. You know, like I just need a break.
Yep. This is from Minnick. In an old video, Lewis casually mentioned that he had a thing for caravan hooks as a child.
Right.
Could you please ask him
Yes.
about it? I can't stop thinking about it. Now, explain. What is a caravan hook?
A caravan hook is something which you would attach to the back of your car.
Yeah,
Right.
like a trailer hitch.
I see.
It's like a little knob shaped. It's like a little doorknob
Yeah.
Mhm.
thing that's around.
Chrome.
It's round.
It's
It's like
chrome.
a ball. Like a ball.
Oh, yeah. I know the thing you mean. Yeah.
In the UK, they attach to the back of a car and it looks like a ball kind
Mhm.
of thing. And for some reason, either me or my brother, I can't remember which, I think it could have been either me or my brother, would anytime we were like, off, we would, walk in anywhere, like through a car park or whatever, we'd keep an eye out in case there were any caravan hooks on the backs of cars and we'd have to touch them.
That's weird. I used to work with a guy who used to describe women he thought was attractive by whether or not they would be able to suck the chrome off a trailer hitch.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh my God.
Or suck a basketball
Right.
through a garden hose was another
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
I mean,
there's,
they
there's
do
another
look
tier list for the
like
Yogscast ladies.
little-
Could she suck the chrome off a trailer?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Let's do a tier list on people that you've worked with and their misogyny. That would be a good tier list as well. With some great sayings in there. Some really good ones.
I don't know where it started or why it was like that or what. Different time. Next.
Do you want some coffee facts, or would you like something more interesting?
Let's just have
No,
a couple
I
of
can
quick
take
coffee
anything,
facts
look.
and then we're
Let's
done.
just-
I gotta go.
We'll take whatever.
This is from James. Hi, lads. I'm a coffee roaster in Western Australia, and the company I work for gets a
Okay.
wide variety of coffee beans from around the world.
Nice.
Basically, anywhere along the equator can produce coffee, from China to Hawaii.
Wow.
And I'm lucky enough that we have 16 different beans for sale at any given time. Presumably, he means variety of bean, not just 16 beans.
Do you ever mix the beans and try to make your own cool brews or?
That not part of the email.
Right,
I'm
okay.
afraid.
Sorry.
I thought I'd compile some interesting facts I've learned when researching the origin stories for some of our coffees. Vietnam is the second largest producer of coffee in the world, after which country?
Colombia.
Brazil.
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 So Vietnam produces 29 million 60 kilogram bags last year. Another way of saying that would be, well, let me think, 30, I don't know, a lot of bags.
Carry the three.
India's coffee production predates the country's tea production by about 170 years.
Wow.
It's believed
Really?
the first coffee seeds were smuggled into India from Yemen by a saint called Baba Budan when he was returning from a pilgrimage.
Curse that Baba Budan.
Baba Budan! The French played a large part in introducing coffee to various parts of the world, notably Mexico and Vietnam, where coffee production has grown into a thriving industry.
Right.
One of the largest issues facing the coffee industry in Peru is transportation. Growing takes place deep within the Amazon rainforest, where environmental conditions often cause delays in transportation, along with political and civil unrest within the country.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ethiopia is believed to be where coffee originated, and today is an integral part of their economy. There's believed to be about 2 million households who produce within the country. That's households, so multiple people within that house.
Wow.
One final thing for gross eating habits, which I didn't want to do again, but since you've given us all these facts, James, place I work at has a cafe and a build-your-own bagel system, like Build-A-Bear, but with a bagel. The worst bagel I've seen is a fruit bagel with Nutella, peanut butter, double jalapeno cream cheese, normal cream cheese, pickles, salami, and ham. That sounds disgusting.
Was the person
much.
who ordered that pregnant at the time? That sounds like I'm pregnant and I'm craving all sorts of outlandish food. That kind of order. That sounds disgusting, man. There's way too much going on there.
That's impressive.
Also, one quick final email, since that one wasn't funny, this one made me laugh. This is from S. I was talking to my 18-year-old cousin about TV when I mentioned the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul Mexico filter,
Right.
which they apply a sort of yellow filter.
Yes.
And S says it makes everything look like piss.
Yes.
And he agreed and then added, oh yeah, I also hate the grey UK filter. I asked him to clarify, and he said the filter they put on UK TV shows to make it look all grey. And there is no such thing as the UK filter. It's just a very grey place, I'm sorry to say.
That's funny.
I love that. Oh, that's funny.
I wish there was just a filter, but no, sadly it is literally just very grey.
It's quite green and floral in the countryside during the summer. For the week of summer that we get, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty gray and dreary. It's a dreary place. I like it though. It's kind of comforting at the same time.
It is.
Yeah, we're used
It's
to
reliably
the
dingy, I'd say.
Yeah.
I know that when I first moved here, when I got off the plane, I honestly thought, gosh, I hope the weather gets better than this. And it was damp.
Yes,
there's
damp.
a feeling of
place,
damp and cold and grayness in Britain.
It's a very big island, isn't it? You are going to get some damp.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, hey, on that cheerful note about the grayness of our beautiful nation,
yes,
we're going to have to bid you guys adieu until next time.
Stay frosty.
You for all the emails. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yeah, and see you next time. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.